Hey everybody, Maction here, and there are few adventure games out there that fill me with as much pure enjoyment as the VGA release of Quest for Glory 1, So You Want to Be a Hero. I've mentioned elsewhere my fond feelings for that game, so it might surprise you to learn that I've found another point-and-click RPG adventure game that compels me as much as the original did. Quest for Infamy, a kickstarted PC game that becomes available, well, today. It hints at being the first in a continuing series. Judging off of the creator's recent Reddit AMA, they mentioned their intent to make your character's data importable into the next game. Additionally, there are items inside the game that hint at it as well. The first thing that stands out is its quirky, self-referencing, and often crude sense of humor.
How's business?
Who you calling a whore? I got a degree from a famous adventurer school, you know. I just do this for a few extra blighs.
What happened to adventuring then?
Business really slowed up about 20 years ago. I'm thinking of getting back into the game, though.
Much like the subject matter from which it was grown, you are a hero. More of an anti-hero, really. But you choose one of three classes, which are chosen after your training wheels come off. You can become a brigand, a sorcerer, or a rogue. While the core objectives remain the same for all three classes, each class solves some puzzles differently using their unique skills. There are also class-specific side missions, but perhaps the most interesting part of the classes is that when you reach the point to pick a path, you choose it by your actions, whether that's by a drinking game at the pub, playing dice with thieves, or stopping in at the magic shop. I love the humor. The difficulty is just enough to be difficult without scaring you away. The setting is charming, and there are very easy ways to grind for money so you can upgrade your weapons and armor to stand a chance against the enemies around. Now, for all of its advantages, there are three, and really only three strikes that I can give this game. The first is that the game requires a bit too much precision. Sometimes you can click and not get it right. Now, they tried to offset this by making one pixel of your icon, usually one of the corners, a different color, and that serves as the exact point. A good workaround, but it still kind of feels like a workaround. 2. The game needs some slightly larger exit points. Now, maybe it's just me, but I consistently had issues in getting to different screens because I just wasn't clicking in the right spot. Some additional contrast, perhaps, or larger hitboxes, as it were, on those particular exits could do the trick. Number 3. The voice acting. When you first start playing the game, you can really hear the difference in the voice actors. I'm not just talking about different people or different recording sessions, but plenty of times they sound like they were recorded in different rooms on different microphones. Now, speaking from personal experience, this kind of thing is a beast to counteract. However, it does detract slightly from the feel of the game. On the plus side, however, after an hour or so, you barely notice it. Now, none of these three issues is a deal breaker for me, and I think the fact that you can completely forget about most of these issues within an hour or so of playing speaks to the effectiveness of the beta testers. But I mention them because you will notice them when you start out. Now, I love this type of return to simplicity that I'm seeing in the indie and kickstarted games lately, and while there are some things that I don't like about it, as I mentioned, overall, Quest for Infamy has certainly won me over. I have one thing really to say in closing about this game. Buy it now. Don't wait. If you have any love of the old Sierra point-and-click games, this is your new best friend. It's available for about $20 on Steam, Good Old Games, and so on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and if you have, a comment or a like would be most appreciated. You see, it's your feedback that lets me know how to best allocate my time to the things that you want to see. If you click on any of the videos around here, you'll be taken to a playlist with more of that particular brand of madness. And be sure to subscribe so that you can always be the first to know when I have some new content out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.